That is so funny how you have green around you.
That's that money glow.
All right now.
I'm like Last Dragon. His was yellow.
All right, so we are actually live on YouTube. And I'm going to share it. All right, perfect. So, welcome to the last and final episode or segment of the I Am My Priority Summit, Focus on You Summit, where we have talked about everything from making yourself, your life, and your business a priority. So, I am super excited to have you all joining us as you are coming in, watching the stream. Please let us know who you are, where you are from. Comment in the box below, and we will shout you out. We will try our best to shout you out. But I'm telling you, I don't know what I was thinking to have the final episode late this time on a Friday evening, but it's all right. We're going to rock with it. We're going to roll with it, and we're going to keep this party going. So I have none other than one of my business brothers, the funnel helper up in here. And, I'm going to ask you, do you have a priority funnel? What? I know you're like, what is a priority funnel? Dakisha, I've heard you all week long, and that's probably one of the craziest things that you said. A priority funnel. Well, it wouldn't be me if we didn't end on a note of helping you put a sequence of funnel in your business. So Lee Fuller, we work together. We've known each other probably like 4 or 5 years now. And
yeah.
in this space. So it's great to have my brother. I reached out to him and I said, hey, Lee, don't you want to share on the summit? I just love it when people say, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. I said, Dakisha, call me. When you call me, I'm going to pick up the phone and we're going to jump on it.
So awesome. All right, Lee. So listen, I want you to tell us, tell everyone a little bit who you are. Tell us where you're from. And then I want you to share with us not only how you make yourself a priority, but how people can have a priority funnel. Turn it over to you.
Okay. Hello. I am Lee Fuller, and I do have a PowerPoint to put up. I'm going to go back and forth between full screen and PowerPoint, because I think it becomes interactive. If that makes sense, then that's what we are going to do. So in the bio, let me know if you can see the bio. Okay, can you see the bio? Well, so there are my babies, baby number 1 and baby number 2. The little one is Ava, and the older one is Leah. And the older one is Leah. Okay. And she's coming in to see, she heard me call her name. I like that, but not right now. Let me do this. Okay. So a little bit about myself real quick. I've been marketing online since 2004, which means in marketing years, I'm 127 years old. Okay. I'm 127 years old in marketing years. I got my MBA, and the reason, so I went and got my MBA, and then, but I want to let you know that I have been on the internet as a product creator. as one that has done stuff on Amazon, stuff on Craigslist. I started working with musicians and coaches and churches, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. It says brief because I like to rush through that one and tell you what we're going to talk about today. But if you're having a good time, then I want to make sure you, I'm trying to keep my energy up. I would say this is my power drink, but this is a water. Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is, very quickly, we are going to talk about the money matrix, 6 essentials for selling any product or service. Okay, listen. If you are going to make yourself a priority, and because you're a priority, you need to be able to make some sales. Now, many of us on this call, we are business owners. We are people that are seeking to improve ourselves, self-development. We're just getting to know each other. And at some point in our business career, we have to sell something. So whether it's products or services or your time or your energy, you like to go speaking on stages, your time, etc. We have to have the ability to sell something. And I told Dakisha, I said, hey, Dakisha. That's how we talk. I say her name twice to make sure I got it. Hey, Dakisha. No, I am really amped up right now on a Friday, right? But I said, I'm going to teach people how to, some tangible skills that they can put forward and create a funnel, because your funnel should be a priority for you. Okay, your funnel should be a priority. Therefore, we like to call them the priority funnel. Now, when we talk about the 6A money matrix, let me make my promise. I got to promise something because I want you to know why you're sticking around. I promise you. Wait, where's my Bible? Well, it's on my phone now. It's 2018. So let me hold my Bible app. And I got my Bible app. I put my hand on my Bible app, and I promise that if you're able to fill out the money matrix, you'll have the essential framework for creating and delivering a money-making product or a service. If you are able to fill out the money matrix, put something in all the boxes, then you are ready to sell something, and your priority funnel can launch. Now, Lee, funnel, oh no, I hear about funnels and I get nervous. I'm not talking about this, okay? This is not your priority funnel. In fact, this should not be the first thing you build. I talk to people all the time, and their very first funnel, they want it to look like this. And I'm like, hold up. Do you have a priority funnel yet? Do you have a basic prospecting funnel? Why are you trying to start with this? There's in the military, we used to say, KISS, keep it simple, soldier. Or simple, stupid. You know, I gotta know who I'm talking to. But I like to say, KISS you. And that's keep it simple until, okay? Keep it simple until it needs to be complex, okay? And it doesn't need to be complex at the beginning, okay? A lot of times, when we turn our attention on us, we see that, you know what, our priority funnel isn't set up, or the things for our own business isn't in place because we tried to start off doing something like this, okay? Start off simple. So here is what you need in order to be simple. 6 answers, 6 boxes. The 6 boxes, once the 6 boxes are full, you will be able to sell your product or service and have a priority funnel in place. Now, who's interested in learning about and find out how to fill out these boxes? Huh? I can't hear you. I'm gonna get a drink of water while you tell me. And I got a hole in my lip. So we're gonna fill them out in order. Now, I recommend this order. I recommend 1, 2, and then we go over to asset delivery, come back to activation point, and then we go into 5 and 6. I'll explain why I do it in this order as we're going through it, okay? So Oh, you might be saying, how do I get this funnel? How do I get this 6A worksheet? Hey, at the end, I'll make sure you can get it. One of the slides has the link to go pick it up, and you'll be able to grab it at the end. So stick with me, stay focused, but it will work if you just take out a sheet of paper and draw 6 boxes at the beginning before you get the official one once I email it to you. Now, the 6A priority funnel. So the first thing you got to do, let me ask you this. If you're looking at this picture, can you see your customer? Are you able to identify which one of these is your customer? Why? It's very important for you to be able to see your customer, be able to pick out your customer in a group of people. I don't know if you realize this, but there are millions, dare I say billions, I know about billions. There are millions of people online, hundreds of millions of people online. And you need to be able to identify your customer, your ideal customer, or your audience identity. But here's a problem a lot of us have. We try to say, hey, you know what? In that picture, there's a whole bunch of people, and everybody in there is my audience. Everybody in there needs to be buying from me. Well, that's not exactly true. That's not exactly true, because the whole world is not your audience. Matter of fact, I can't think of a company that the whole world is actually their audience. McDonald's? No, because I don't see any gluten-free stuff. So there's a whole audience that wants gluten-free. Is it Coca-Cola? Well, they're a pretty big company. Well, no, Coca-Cola's not for everybody. You know, I've stopped drinking sodas. Well, I've stopped drinking a lot of sodas. You know, every now and again, I get a little bit. Actually, this is water, so I'm doing pretty good today. But I probably take the little baby to McDonald's, and we probably won't drink water, right? So even Coca-Cola is not for everybody. They got Dasani, but don't mess up my metaphor, right? So instead of everybody, you really need to focus on 1,000 true fans, right? There was an article written a couple years ago, and Keisha, feel free to jump in if you feel so inclined. But there is an article a couple years ago that says, hey, you know what? You can make a really good business if you have 1,000 true fans. That's it, 1,000. So instead of me going for 28 million people, I go for my 1,000 true fans. Now, let me define what a true fan is real quick. A true fan is someone that migrates their way up to your highest product or service offer. They make it all the way to your high-end coaching, or all the way to your high-end workshop, your high-end mastermind, whatever is your big ticket thing. Those are the 1,000, right? So you should build your marketing message and everything around those people that will ascend all the way to the top. Now, not everybody will ascend to the top. So there will be some that will fall into your $2,000 program. There'll be some that are falling into your $100-something program. There's something that fall into your books, right? But if just by targeting the 1,000 true fans, you'll catch all these other people, because there will be some people that say, hey, I like you, but not that much. I don't like you 30,000 program much, but I do like you about $2,000 much. I do like you about $297 much, right? So if you target your 1,000 as those that are your perfect ones, the ones you go after that can make it up into your high ticket program. Now, I don't know about everybody, but I've looked at my expenses. You know, I've looked at the expenses that the company needs to bring in. And if there were 1,000 people in my high ticket program, I think I'd be doing all right. Keisha, would you be doing all right? I'm sure she'd be
doing just fine, just fine. As Mary J says, just fine, just fine.
So, but and if we target who we want to be our 1,000, then those that are closer, they'll fall into those other layers, and before you know it, there's a huge movement. One thing I was telling Keisha, this priority movement is powerful, because so many people don't take time to focus on themselves And they don't take time to find out who their priority client should be. Can I use priority in the priority client? Some VIP priority clients, those are your 1,000 fans that we need to go after. So the first box in our 6A matrix is the audience identity box. We sell stuff to real people. Listen, when people buy stuff, there is a person at the other end of that purchase decision, right? So, yes, they may be a part of an organization, but you had to sell the procurement office. Or there may be a person there, but you had to sell the owner. So if you start thinking in terms of identity, then you're able to identify the individual person, okay? We don't sell to aliens. We don't sell to concepts. Sometimes people say, oh, my person is a person that likes personal development. That's a real broad idea, and it's hard to find a person that wants to improve themselves. Well, my daughter draws a lot because she's trying to improve herself in her drawing. I got another daughter that she plays the piano. So she's going through her scales because she's trying to improve her piano skills. But is that who I'm going after? No, we have to be a lot more specific, okay? You must be able to clearly identify and specifically describe who your product or your service is for. Now, in this box, you'll see you're going to write in who your product is for. You know, take time, do that right now. Who is your product for? Okay. And then where can we find them? It's so much easier to find somebody if you know what you're looking for. It is so much easier to identify somebody if you know exactly what you're looking for. Hey, I play, you know, one of the people in my market, they are in real estate, right? So there are certain Facebook groups, there are certain communities, there are certain networking groups in town that you can go to if you are in real estate, right? I'm in marketing. So there are certain networks, certain groups, certain associations I should go at. So once you fill in that box, that brings some clarity to your situation. Now, number two, people. If you are selling something, you are selling a shortcut. You are selling shortcuts. Your product or service should make the process from A to B or A to Z a lot easier, okay? You've already made the mistakes. You've already made you've already got the headaches. You've got the bruises and the scars. So your clients want to hire you or buy your product so they can make that straight line, which means on the form in the box, amazing outcome, you need to be able to identify what is the end result of the product. What is the end result of the product or service you serve? Okay, now, see that box? That's not a big old box. That's not a huge box because your outcome should be very specific, okay? Your outcome needs to be very specific. What is the end result of the product? Define what outcome you can deliver for your customers. I don't know if I can see the chat, but if I were on stage right now, I would say, what is the definable outcome you can deliver to your customers? And many times, not everybody is able to get super clear on what that outcome is. I don't know, should I put the Keisha on the spot right now? But usually I ask people, what would they put in that little box, that amazing outcome?
Okay. What is the end result?
Yes. What is the end result of, so let's take an example. Let's say I'm a graphic designer, right? I'm a graphic artist. Mm-hmm. What would be something that I can put as the end result to my product or service?
As a graphic designer, the end result would be, oh my gosh, it could be a branding package for you to show up online.
Exactly. A branding package. Now, you would fill out what that branding package is, but as a graphic designer, you can say, you know what? I will deliver a new brand identity. Got it. Now, your amazing outcome, it must have three things. Well, one of three things. It must be definable, desirable, or measurable. If it's definable, great. If it's desirable, even better. If it's measurable, they'll be able to, you won't have an issue collecting on your money because it would, did you have it? Nope. Now you got it? Yes. Pass the check. Right? Because people want shortcuts. We sell shortcuts, right? Now, Lee, how can you define something? How is something measurable? I'm real simple. I'm a real simple dude from a real simple city, you know, and I just keep my life simple. I like to use a yes. I measure things by yes or no or by a number. Okay. Hey, I will build your webinar funnel, right? So you came to me, you didn't have a webinar funnel. You leave from me, hey, there's people signing up for your webinar. Did it happen? Yes. Check. Definable outcome, right? Hey, so that's a yes, no. Hey, did you have Facebook ads running? Well, are your Facebook ads converting? Yes or no? Right? Definable outcome. I also like to use a number. Hey, Lee, when I acquired about your services, my email list was at 428 because I'm killing it, right? And then, I'm sorry. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. The first 400 is the hardest 400. I'm serious, because that you got to get a whole lot of things in place in order to get that first 400. But when we left, hey, my email list was, I was getting 200 opt-ins a month, or I was getting 70 opt-ins a month, whatever. So it's a definable outcome in your product or service, and in the amazing outcome box, you're going to put what the end result, because if you got that end result, you can sell it. All right. Now, if you know the identity and the end result, just 2 spots, you're able to sell, but it's not going to be that great yet. Because you're moving in the right direction. Okay. If you help people create a podcast, all right. So your end result can be, we will launch your podcast, right? Some people get real sexy with it and be like, hey, we're going to launch your podcast and get it into the new and noteworthy within the first 3 weeks. What? Amazing outcomes. That's a lot different than saying, I'm going to show you about podcasting, right? I'm going to point out all the microphones you need to get on Amazon, right? Amazing outcomes are what people want. Is this helping anybody? It's helping me. Okay.
Like me.
I'm moving kind of fast because I'm trying to make up a little time. Now, number 3, the asset delivery. Okay. Now, this here, game changer. Oh, listen. Take out your paper. Write this down. Are you writing? Or type this down in Evernote so you don't lose it. I love me some Evernote.
Me too.
Listen, asset delivery. Okay, in this box, this is going to help you. This will help you make money. In asset delivery, you have to tell what is the name of the program. The name of your program will help it sell. Okay, I know a lot of people, and they'll say, hey, I have a Facebook course. Come take my Facebook course. I just fell asleep because the name is boring. Hey, I can't say I'm a Facebook course. Yeah, because it's called I Like Facebook Courses.
Did you just say I fell asleep?
I fell asleep. I'm on the call, listen to you. Oh man, I just fell asleep. All right. So the name of your product is important. Okay. So in the asset delivery, think of a name for your product. One that'll make a person say, you know what? A couple years ago, there was a Facebook course, 10,000 fans. I don't know if anybody remember this. I've been on the internet a long time. 10,000 fans, Brian Moran, you know, now they're doing SimCart, but his first course was 10,000 fans and people was running. Why? Because it was a definable outcome. Hey, you'll have 10,000 fans.
Yeah.
Right? So name your course something pretty awesome, something pretty cool. A lot of times with clients, I go through this naming paradigm on how to pick a name, but Dakisha didn't give me 3 hours a day. She gave me just a couple minutes. So we're gonna have to keep moving.
Oh man, then we have to do it again. Come back.
Next, what are the steps for creating the outcomes for your customer? Listen to me. Listen to me. Professionals know what it takes to get the job done. Okay. Today, I had a nail in my tire and I said, oh man, I'm about to go on vacation. And I was like, the nail is actually stopping the air from coming out. Do I need to switch it? And then I say, you know what? It's probably not a good idea to be riding on the highway with the nail in the tire, right? So I took it to the guy. I said, hey man, I'm getting ready to go out of town. I got a lot of stuff to do today. How long is this going to take? He said, hey man, you'll be in and out in 40 minutes. What? In and out in 40 minutes? Yes. Why? Because he knew exactly what he had to do in order to complete the process. Okay. When you're working with customers and clients, it's amazing if you can say, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Why? Because it lets people know you know what you're talking about. In your product or service, when someone buys your product, they are assuming that you know what to do, that you know so much more about what to do or better at it than them, then they will give you money if you give them the thing. So in this asset delivery, outline the steps it takes to do it. For a long time, I built websites. Hey, step one. Well, so we go through the step one, contact the client. Step two, fill out the form. Fill out the form. Number three, buy the domain. Number four, set up the hosting. Yada, yada, do the wireframe, make the revisions, yada, yada, blah, 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 blah. But there was a process. And the clients felt pretty good about it because we walked through the process. If you have your process in place, you are able to sell it because when you're on the line, hey, what do? We see this sometimes on sale pages where they say module 1 is this, module 2 is this, module 3 is this, and you're actually putting your program steps. This helps you sell it. I hate when I'm on the phone trying to get with a coach and the coach says, so we're going to do an assessment and then we're going to, we're going to talk a couple times. Nope, wrong person for me. My person is going to say, we're going to do this, which will tell you this score. And then we're going to talk about this. And then these are the 3 things you need to do before the next call. This is the one thing and blah, 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 blah. Having that increases your perception and makes you an expert. How will you deliver your service? Okay. Please, in this asset delivery part, tell how you will deliver your service. Will it be live? Will it be automated? Is it drip fed out? Is it virtual? Are there downloads? Is it a physical product you're shipping to them? Is it a service that'll be done in X amount of time? Take the stuff out of your head and put it on the money matrix. Why? Because once you have it on the money matrix, then you know exactly what is needed in your program and you can actually get it done. Okay. I've been trying to write a book forever. And you know why it's taking me so long? Because I didn't start with an outline. I started with, hey, you know what? I want to talk about a whole bunch of stuff because I got a lot to say. And the book kept going and going and growing and growing. And I said, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm just going to stop writing because it's done. And that's not how you do it. You have an outline. You can take people from point A to point B. Anybody know what this is? I know there's some personal development people on the line. Anybody know what this is? This is a framework. This is a framework. If your product or your program has a framework, it can make you millions of dollars because you're able to walk people through a program. This is the framework from this book. Anybody saw this book? Yes. Yes. In this book, he teaches this framework. So whether if you slap Stephen Covey in the middle, well, God bless that. If you at any time, he can go and jump right into it because he has a framework, because he has a process. You have that in place, you'll be able to sell any product or service.
So is that similar to when we talk about if I have like the profit blueprint that I use, that I basically take everyone through the same process, regardless of where they come in, we're going to make sure that we do the same thing. So what did you call it?
It's the it's the asset delivery. It's part of the asset delivery.
No, what was the circle?
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, what did you call that?
A framework.
The framework.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So framework and blueprint are pretty much the same.
Exactly. A framework, a blueprint, a system, a process. People call it different things. But if your business has one, you can connect people and send them right through it, right? A lot of times, the framework becomes your savior because this here, I use this when I'm working with clients, because if I say, hey, what's your audience? If they can't fill that one out, then we know we're starting here. Hey, what's the amazing outcome? Well, I don't really know. Okay, then we're starting here. Hey, oh, you selling the program? Cool. What are the elements of the program? Well, I think I'm gonna do, 3 calls. Whoa. Then we need to go through here. The framework simplifies your life and it allows you to help more people because you know where they are. The thing that I love about GPS and hate about maps, a GPS says you can put where I'm going and it tells you where you are. A map, you just be like, well, I want to go over there and I can't. I hate at the mall when I can't see the little dot that says you are here. I'd be like, you be looking around. So Dillard's, that's Dillard's right there. You know what I'm saying?
I can totally see you in a mall like that.
Right. Put the thing that says you are here. Your framework allows you to put people you are here so you know exactly how to help them. Hope that makes sense. Activation point, and I'm flying. Activation point is where will you get your money? Okay. I don't know if you realize this, but this is a very important part of business. Knowing your activation point. Activation point. How will your audience be converted into customers? Okay. Will it be online? Will it be in person, or a hybrid of the two? Okay. It's hard to sell something if you don't have this in place. Now, again, this is another one of those small boxes. Small boxes mean it doesn't take a whole lot of information in there. People call me, I get on the phone, and so a lot of my activation point is in person on the phone. Some people, their activation point is a webinar. Some people's activation point is I have a sales letter on the internet and I send people to the sales letter and they buy the thing. Activation point. So in this little box, write, what is your activation point? Are you selling online with a sales letter or email sequence? Do you have a store? That will be your activation point. Simple, but the clarity that you get from going through this money matrix makes everything so much easier. But you might say, okay, Lee, I got all that. Now, what am I missing? What else? Why are there 6 things instead of 4 things? Because I'm at 4 right now and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Now you have to answer. So we talked about the ability to sell anything. One deep question we have to ask is, why should I believe you? Why are people going to believe what you have to say? Okay. Number 1, people listen to authorities. So have you positioned yourself as an authority in the marketplace, right? Hey, no one wants to listen to the guru at the bottom of the mountain. Everybody wants to talk to the guru at the top of the mountain, right? So as an authority, you have to position yourself in front of a group of people. Sometimes that's on a stage. Sometimes that's by having your own Facebook group. Sometimes that's by, in another Facebook group, giving valuable information, and people start saying, hey, that person knows what they're talking about. Sometimes it's getting on a webinar and showing people that you have some insights, you have authority. So in your authority platform, I want to ask you, how will you position yourself as an authority? One easy way to do it is to create niche visibility. I call it niche visibility because not everybody, everybody doesn't need to know who you are, right? There was a guy on YouTube, and I was like, I have never heard of this guy before, right? I was looking to buy a new camera, and I've met this guy, Peter McKinnon, right? I was like, I have never heard of this guy. I have no idea who this is. His video views get like 1 million views. And I'm like, I've never heard of this guy in the whole world. But 1 million people have watched it. So he has niche visibility, okay? So get in front of your people and develop that niche visibility. Important to your 1,000 fans. Be the authority to your 1,000 people, right? Hey, if I work with a company and, I got a military background. So they sold knives and guns and tents and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And there was a whole market around this whole survival, and this whole survival niche. And the people were I had never heard of these people, but I was like, hey, you know what? I've been looking for another 22, you know what I'm saying? Another piece of equipment. So I started watching a whole bunch of stuff. Another way to create authority platform is to teach them something. In a classroom, now, I don't know nowadays, but it used to be there's one person standing up and the rest of people are sitting down. The one that's standing up is a teacher. The one that's sitting down is a student, right? So you want to create authority, be the one standing up on stage, in the classroom, in a workshop, be the one standing up. Students are sitting down. I think I just said something right there, but I'm just going to keep moving as I sip my water. I think that's going to be my thing. Like I always do it on my, I'm going to have to get some funnel helper cups or something because I always have my cup. I'm flying through. Authority. Quick ways to create authority. Experience. Talk about yourself or others. Stats and facts. And reputable references. Let other people say that you're awesome. If other people say you're awesome, people believe it too. Okay? Stats and facts. Hey, you spit out some facts, people will acknowledge that you are an expert. And then logical arguments. So in this authority platform, start thinking, what are some stats that I can use? What are some stages or groups that I need to become active in? How am I going to be an authority for this product, right? The reason we talked about the product earlier is so that the reason we talked about the audience before now, the reason we talked about the product before now is now we know where to build our platform. A lot of times people build their platform and don't know who the audience is. So you're in a group and no one's paying attention because you're in the wrong group, talking about the wrong stuff. It is what it is. Now, can I have your attention, please? The last one is the attention object. So let me get this straight. In my priority funnel, I have, I've decided what audience I want to put in it. I know what I can deliver. I've realized what my program is and how I'm going to walk people through it. I realized that, hey, because this is a $20,000 program, I probably can't close them with a Facebook ad. I'm going to have to, come on. My activation point needs to fit the asset delivery and the price point of it. Never mind. I'm just going to keep going because I almost got off track.
Teach.
I almost got off track. I'm going to give you a real quick breakdown. We talked about activation points. So sales pages, so online sales pages, you start hitting the top at around 297, right? If you got serious copywriting skills, you can sell straight off the page 297, right? 297 to 297 to about 2,500. You could do it on the webinar, right? To be at that 25, you got to have some good skills, but around 15 to 1,000, you can kill it on the webinar. Hey, 5,000, listen, I don't know if people don't realize, I said this earlier, that we sell to real people. And when we sell to real people, you got to talk to them. I'm just going to keep moving. Sometimes people say, hey, can you build me a funnel? Sure. What's the price point? Oh, the price point is $5,000. Cool. Well, you got a sales team in place? Well, I was hoping that I could. What? They ain't going to talk to nobody? I usually talk to somebody before I drop $5,000. I'm just saying, that's a car for my daughter. But I digress. Object attention, lead magnet. Now that we have a platform, how are we going to get people attention? We're going to offer them a lead magnet, something that can hook them that we can use to generate leads. Now, what's the offer that you can make, right? So for your priority funnel, the small, simple funnel, not the big one, the one that you're going to use at the beginning, you need to identify your attention object. Some people call them a lead magnet, but L messes up my whole matrix. All of them begin with an A. All of them begin with A. So this is the attention object. This is what you'll use to generate leads. Now, what can I use, Lee? There are 3 things I recommend starting with: information, a tool or a template, or a price saving or a discount. I'm going to say it again. You can start with information, you can start with a tool or a template, or price saving information. Now, this here is a tool or a template, okay? So I am starting this procedure or this group, this audience, with a tool or template. Information is another thing that you can sell. Now, real quick, let me give you just drop a little bit on attention. How to get attention with stuff you sell. How a good title, how to X without Y. Okay, how to X without Y. And then X ways to Y in Z time. So X ways to grow your business, 5 ways to grow your Facebook page in 2 weeks, right? Number, ways, X, and Z time, okay? Or the truth about funnel building. So we've been able to go through this process fairly quickly. I know it's Friday night and I'm trying to rush. I'm trying to go because I know we have some amazing talent coming up behind me. So I want to make sure she's able to wow you as well. But the 6A money matrix, I've been able to go through it and to show you the process you need to take. From people that we've gone through it, I work with a client. I'm telling you, I do the same thing. Whether you're selling an event, this was for an event, right? We start promoting the event. And when I went through, I say, hey, who's the audience? Hey, what's the object? Hey, what's the authority platform, et cetera, et cetera. Went from 0 to 61K. And I believe this was 5 months. Let me see. This was, June to, let me see, when was the event? I think the event was, he had the event in June. Yeah, January to June. 6 months. Had the event, knocked it out of the park. I'm telling you, once you have the framework, you can sell anything. You can sell anything. Another client has coaching program. Hey, we got the coaching program. Hey, I don't know about you, but $11,000 is a pretty good month. You know, that can do something. So what gets me is, so that was for an event. Same process, asset delivery, same process. Hey, this was for a coaching program. Same process, right? We did it again with another client. This one was online worksheet, and we just did it. We did this week. Let me see, the 20th. Yeah, so I had to flip the page. So we sold 32 spots, right? $60 a piece. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good half a month. It just is what it is. Go through the process. It's the process. It ain't me. Oh, it's a little bit of me, but it's also the process. But it works for big ticket, small ticket, and the little online classes and stuff. Go through the process. Don't just passively watch. Go through the process. And what I want to do, something's blinking. Does this mean get out the way? Oh, yes.
That's just me. Sorry, continue. Carry on.
Okay. So this is the process, and if you want the funnel help, the 6A money matrix, funnelhelpers.com/matrix. funnelhelpers.com/matrix. That's how you get it. You'll also, I know I went through this pretty quick. There's actually a training. There's a video that goes along with it where I walk you through it and I give some more examples, and it really help you set up the money matrix, because that's the first step. I want to give value so that you can go out and create your priority funnel. And if you want to work with somebody, you can work with me or anybody. If you fill this out, it just makes it easier to work with anybody. To tell you, I don't know if I should say that. No, this only works. This only works. No, my goal is to help you. My goal is to help you. The fact is, I can't help everybody, and I think there's a lot more people that have stuff to offer to the world. So, I don't know if there are any comments, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Dakisha.
I love that. I'm actually going to go download that myself. I mean, that was definitely some great information to help you make your business a priority, your business. So I'm going to go over to funnelhelpers.com, because that was going to be my next question. Like, hey, Lee, can you email me, send me that form that you
right.
that you had holding up.
Talk about it. Well, you can go get it at funnelhelpers.com/matrix.
And you know what? It's worth it. I will pay you with my information. I will take action, and I will pay you with my information to get the matrix. I love it. Thank you so much. So one more time, it's funnelhelpers.com/matrix, right?
Correct.
Phenomenal. All right. Please make sure you comment below, comment in the chat box, depending on what platform you are using or watching from. Dr. Marian Abdullah has joined us, said, can you place that link in the comments, please?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right, fantastic. Well, we're going to keep it moving because I know it's getting kind of late. So let me mute Lee for a second. I see Felicia has come off unmute. So absolutely, you are so welcome. So Felicia, the time has come. Oh my God, you've been waiting all week. You've been sitting and participating, watching. So I'm excited to have you here. Tell us who you are, where you're from, a little bit about what you do first and foremost.
Well, absolutely. I'm not sure if I can come behind all that energy, but I'll try my best. That was amazing. I am Felicia Dortch. I am from Houston, H-Town, in the house. Really super excited about being in the summit. It's been great all week long. I've enjoyed all the speakers. I saw most of them. The other ones I was at work. However, I'm a registered nurse, actually is my day job. I own a publishing company, as well as a couple other companies, and a speaker, a Christian counselor, and a superwoman. Basically, I think I'm a superhero, but but definitely excited about doing this tonight.
So do me a favor. I know we chatted a little bit, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. And so during those conversations, I had to ask everybody, what was that moment of transformation where you were like, something about this is just not right, and I need to make myself a priority? What was that moment for you?
Definitely. Well, as I said, I'm a registered nurse. So I've been taking care of people for the past 17 years as an RN. And I have 4 children. So I've constantly been taking care of my children, taking care of my household, taking care of my entire family, including my mother. I've always been that caring person, and my family could tell you, if anything needs to be done, Lisa can do it. That's what they call me. And I would try to make it happen. No matter if I could do it, I would make it happen. And that's the same thing I carried with me with my job. No matter what I did it, I made it happen. Well, once I moved, I transitioned from being on the clinical unit to more of the office type setting for nursing. I'm a legal nurse. I realized that I was making my